our hardworking principal, Ms. Marilyn Ilpinla, Principal 1. Good morning, ma'am. My
Good
co-teachers,
morning.
ladies and gentlemen, good morning po. Okay, today is another learning journey that will enhance more our level of preparedness for the next school year. At syempre po, sana po ay maging komportable po tayo ngayong araw and just have water beside you. At higit po sa lahat, ay makinig po tayo mabuti sa orientation natin ito because this is very important. And this is aligned sa lahat po ng ating ginagawa at gagawin pa po para po sa opening of classes. At hindi ko na po patatagalin po ang aking pagsasalita dahil alam kong ready na ang ating mga discussants. So, our first discussant will discuss Module 3B, Lesson 1, Learning Resource Maps for Distance Learning. Most welcome, Mrs. Julita Ciermino, Teacher 3, Grade 2 and Mrs. Ermino.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Irisa. Thank you, Madam Irisa. To our beautiful and talented coach on today's lab session, Dr. Lauren T. Velasco, the principal, 2 of San Julian Central School, equally beautiful and talented principal 1 of Bakitib Elementary School, no other than Mrs. Marilyn Ilpinlat, at ganun din po sa ating lab leader, Ginang Virgie Escayago, sa inyo po din, Ginang Irisa Cayago, na ating lab facilitator, at higit sa lahat sa ating lab documentator na walang iba, si Ginoong Jeffrey Villanueva, at sa inyo pong lahat na kapwa po guro, na binabati po kayong lahat ng isang maaliwalas na umaga. Sandali lang po. Ito na po yung aking slide. Okay. Kita na. Nakikita po ba dyan sa screen? Ba't wala nakikita?
Opo, meron na po.
Meron na po ba?
Opo, nakikita ko po.
Opo. Okay.
Po, meron na po.
Meron na po.
Nababasa po pala, nababasa ko po.
The center topic to me is all about Module 3, Learning Resources. Now that you are familiar with how a lesson is designed in the modalities, you will also need to gather the learning materials you need to deliver the lesson. This module will help you refresh your knowledge on the different types of resources available for you in the different LDMs, show how you can access these materials, and introduce a method of rapidly accessing them before use. Okay, the objectives of this module is, by the end of this module, you will be able to associate learning resources with specific learning modalities. 2, access resources from online portals such as DepEd Commons, Department of Education. 3, explain the importance of using quality assured LRs. And the content of this module is Lesson 1, Learning Resource Maps for Distance Learning. Lesson 2, Accessing Learning Resources from DepEd Portals. And Lesson 3 is Assessing the LR Materials. Ito po yung na-assign sa akin, ang Lesson 1, the Learning Resource Maps for this the learning resources maps for distance learning. This lesson will give you the map of learning resources needed for the implementation of the different distance learning subcategories. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to 1. Assess the LR needs and concerns in your school. 2. Discuss and reflect on these needs and concerns. 3. Gather possible solutions to resolve these LR needs and concerns. Learning resource maps for distance learning. Okay, the DepEd Memorandum on Suggested Strategies Implementing LDMs for School Year 2020-2021 included the learning resources map as a guide in selecting the appropriate distance LDM to be implemented in schools or in division. So this is the map. Okay, in this map, you can see that there in this column. The first column, distance learning delivery modality. In that, we have online delivery, distance learning, modular distance learning, TV, video, radio blended, distance learning.
Di umalis sa unang slide.
Hindi nyo po nakita yung unang slide?
Okay naman po.
Nakita po?
Opo.
Okay na po ngayon.
Okay na po.
Opo.
Pero po doon sa una nakita nyo po?
Yung subjective. Okay na po, ma'am.
Pwede po. Ulitin ko po o hindi na po?
Okay na po.
Okay. So, nakikita niyo po ba yung map?
O, yung learning resource maps for distance learning. Okay na po.
Opo, nakikita niyo po?
Opo.
Okay. So, the first column on this map is the distance learning delivery modality. Katapat po niyan ay ang online distance learning, modular distance learning, TV, video, and then radio, and then blended distance learning. Susunod pong dyan ay ang subcategories. On online learning, we have that online distance learning. Mayroon po dyan yung synchronous and asynchronous. That in modular distance learning, mayroon din pong dalawang subcategories, yung digital modular distance learning and printed distance learning. Ngayon, dito sa atin, ang napili ay ang printed modular learning. Ano po? Sige na. Okay. So, ngayon, mayroon na po ditong activity na ating sasagutan. The first one, activity, is based on the map, what resources you have in order to implement the DLM adopted by your school or in your division. So, based on this map, the LDM adopted by our school is printed modular distance learning. Ano po? Printed modular distance learning. So, in this printed modular distance learning, mayroon din dyan sa dulo niyan, nandoon ang learning resource required. Diyan sa printed modular learning, distance learning, andyan po yung printed SLM and activity sheets na ibibigay po natin sa ating mga mag-aaral. Okay, next question. Do you have the complete resources for distance LDM needed in class? My answer is yes, the learning resources that is needed on printed modular distance learning are printed self-learning modules and activity sheets. Po. Po.
Pa?
Ano po yan?
Wala la si Ren sa printed materials yo. Ano, sige si Ren. Paano kinaistorbo?
Wala lang.
Magka, into pa,
Okay.
kalabahan na wala lang ta. Yes, konyo. Sige.
Ay, inibatan ko lang ba may
Diretso
tibo,
lang.
madam.
Papalo kang takila ba?
Okay.
Biri,
Okay.
biri serious kayo
Medyo.
kasi. Sabi ni
Ay.
Madam Lau, labas-pasok
Ah.
siya, lumabas sila. Hello.
Ay.
Kumbaga dapat
Opo.
pakisabi, labas-pasok lang ako. Sige, bye-bye. Ay, bye-bye. Go on, Mare.
Printed modular distance learning po yung atin. Ano, kaya kung ngayon at yun ang ating gagawin dyan sa printed modular distance learning na ating ibibigay sa ating mag-aaral, kalakip na niya yung printed SLM or self-learning module and activity sheets. Ano po? Pag binigay natin yung printed modular distance learning natin, kalakip na niya yung printed SLM and activity sheets. Ano po? Yan ang learning resource required na ibibigay natin sa ating mag-aaral. Okay, next question. What support will you need to maximize the use of two DepEd sanction LR portals? To assist more learners and teachers in distance learning in time of the opening of classes, the Department of Education is improving its preparation to strengthen the capacity of its online learning platform. Okay, that use of these two DepEd sanctioned LR portals like DepEd Commons will be very useful, especially for the teachers nowadays. O diba, noon, doon tayo kukuha ng module sa DepEd Commons o kung may ibibigay pa ang ating division. Pero ang DepEd Commons ay pwede din tayo makakuha doon ng ating mga activities, modules na iba, at marami pa pong iba. Ano po? From home, can you get the support? I think we can get a support by giving us teachers seminars on how to use it properly. Kaya nga po nagkakaroon tayo ng seminars, online seminars, at ito po yung gagaya ng ginagawa din natin ngayon na LAC session para magkaroon din po tayo ng kaalaman bago tayo sumabak sa ating pagtuturo ng distance, printed modular distance learning. So, ito po yung pang-apat na tanong. Based on your evaluation of the materials, are they appropriate to the level and characteristics of learners? So, my answer is the primary learning resource that will be given to us are the self-learning module or SLMS developed by our SDOs. As much as possible, they try their best to make it appropriate to the level and characteristics of our learners. Siyempre naman po, ang ating ang ibibigay po nilang self-learning modules ay nakabase sa level ng mga estudyante natin, ng mga eskwela po natin. Ano po? So, are the learners who might be disadvantaged by the materials based on the reading ability, level of learning independence, level of household support, distance? Now, what adjustments will you make in terms of LRs? Anto kasi raman adjustments? To make the learning manageable for our learners, they will be given a set of time frame to undertake a lesson or accomplish an activity. Sa ating mga mag-aaral, pag nagbigay po tayo ng module, mayroon po silang, di ba, yung binigay natin niya for them to study is good for 1 week. kaya mayroon po silang oras na papag-aralan ang kanilang mga lesson. Learners who are not, kaya kayang-kaya po nilang i-accomplish yun kung talagang gagawin nila ang kanilang makakaya with the help of their facilitator na kanilang mga magulang. Now, the learners who are not meeting expectations shall be provided with remediation. Yung mga bata po natin na hindi nakakahabol o hindi po, sabihin na lang natin na nahuhuli sa ating klase, kailangan po nating bigyan sila ng remediation, remedial activity. At doon naman po, learners who are aramay ugugaw balit ya manunaan ed klase tayo. So, for those who make accomplish the task as continued in SLM shall be given enrichment activities. Yung mga nangunguna sa ating klase ay pwede natin po silang, ang bibigyan po natin sila ng enrichment activities. So these are the adjustments we can make in terms of LR's learning. Itong dalawa na po, na kung sino yung bata natin o eskwela po natin na nahuhuli, bigyan natin ng remediation. Pag ito'y nangunguna, abante, idan tayo enrichment activities. Tapos na po yung activity 2, activity 1, we will go to activity 2. In your last session, share and discuss your answers from the previous activity. What support can you provide to your colleagues, and what support can you get from them in terms of LRs? Take note of the insights that you can gather from your colleagues and write them in your study notebook. I think DepEd is giving us enough time in preparing our learning resources. We can get support from each other by managing our time. We can set daily activities we need to accomplish even though we are at home or we are in school. I believe we can finish all of this in no time as long as we help each other. Kaya po, kung tayo po ay magtutulungan dito sa ating laxation, ay maatin pong matatapos ng maluwalhati ang ating output. Kung ang bawat isa sa atin ay magbibigay, magsishare ng kanilang mga sagot sa kanilang activity, naniniwala po ako na matatapos natin ang ating laxation ng maganda, maayos, in due time, maipapasa natin ng in time, walad oras, so pangipasa tayo, output tayo. Yun na lang po, at doon nagtatapos ang aking reading report. Salamat po. Hello po,
Hello.
tapos na po ako.
Ay, tapos na.
Tapos na. Congrats, Ate Joy.
Salamat po.
Congratulations. Tapos na rin yung paghihirap nyo.
Makakatulog na rin po ako.